massage nurse. Today I'm going to be bringing you the quads. Quads means four. So I'm going to be talking about the four quads. Quads means four. So there's four muscles right here on the thigh. Remember, this is the thigh and this is the leg. So the only one that crosses two joints is the rectus femoris. So the rectus femoris originates, if you can feel where the anterior inferior iliac spine is right here. So it originates here, goes down, crosses the patella through the patellar tendon, and it inserts at the tibial tuberosity. All four of them cross the patella and insert at the tibial tuberosity. Now, this is called the patellar tendon, and it becomes a ligament because it's a tendon while it's connected to the muscles. Because remember, tendons connect muscles, to the tendon to the bone. And then once it crosses the patella, it's the patella attaching in onto the tibia. So that's two bones. So then it becomes a ligament, because ligaments attach bone to bone. So this is a bipennate muscle, as you can see. It's got the central tendon. Bipennate because it's got the tendon in the middle, and the fibers are going this way laterally. So this one crosses the two joints. It works on the hip and it works on the knee. Out of the four, this is the only one that crosses two joints, and this is the rectus femoris. Okay, underneath that is the vastus intermedius. Inter means in between. So it's in between these two muscles here. So the vastus intermedius originates right here on the femur and the linea aspera, and you can see it as the green one right here. And again, it connects through the patellar tendon. Then you've got your vastus lateralis. This is the biggest one of all three of the muscles. Okay, the vastus lateralis originates at the linea aspera of the femur, and again, it inserts through the patellar tendon. This is the widest and the strongest of all four of them. And then you've got the one that looks like a teardrop. Move your leg out a little bit right here. It looks like a teardrop, and this is the vastus medialis. Okay, and the vastus medialis originates at the lip of the linea aspera of the femur. So anyway, these four muscles, what they do is they flex and extend the leg. They extend the leg, actually. The flexion would be for the hamstrings. The extension would be for the quads. Now, of course, you want to warm up your tissue. You want to go ahead and do some petrissage, some effleurage, just something to warm up the muscles. I'm not going to take too much time to warm up the muscles, but you want to go ahead and make sure that you warm up the muscles. So once you have finished warming up the muscles, whatever it is, you can even do some skin rolling here. Once you finish warming up all the muscles here, then you want to start doing some specific work. What you can do is, I like to do the piggyback, where I have both fingers here on top of each other and going, medially and laterally, and just stripping up, the vastus medialis, and then the rectus femoris, and then, the vastus lateralis, just going up and stripping some of these muscles here. You can also do it with a soft fist, either with the right or the left, whichever one, and then just go up superiorly. I like to use bows, and do some figure eights here along the vastus lateralis. Remember, the vastus lateralis attaches even to the IT band and to the gluteal line. So this is a pretty white muscle. Also, I want to mention that the quads also help to keep your pelvis, tilted or, right. So if they're tight, they kind of pull you forward. So this is why it's so important to release the quads along with the hamstrings. So I'm going to go back again here to do some figure eights. You can also do some stripping away, like if you tuck in your fingers and separate the fibers. You want to separate the fibers. And I'm sorry, I'm in an awkward stance here. I can't stand too good because I don't want to block the camera. I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. So you start from the central tendon and pull out. You always want to work, to see how the fibers are going. Another one is like you can lift and separate the fibers. Lots of times the fascia creates them, to get stuck together, the fibers. So you want to lift and separate some of these fibers. So now that your muscles are nice and warmed up, you want to get to some trigger points. Two very common trigger points are up here at the origin of the rectus femoris. So remember, you can do, if you don't want to use your thumbs, you can use your piggyback, fingers, and just, hold it right there, anywhere from 60 to 90 seconds. Now, you are going to hear a variety of people saying different things. Some people say 60, some people say 15 seconds, some people say no more than a minute. The reason being is that you don't want to engage the nervous system if it's too much pressure and too much pain. So you can hold it here. If she does have a trigger point, I would hold it anywhere from 60 to 90 seconds and try to get it from a different angle. Maybe when she's prone or maybe when she's sidelined, I can get it again if it doesn't release. And remember not to take it up above a 6 or 7 on a client. So this is two major trigger points right here close to the origin of the rectus femoris. Okay, so another trigger point is at the distal part of the vastus lateralis, like right along here. A lot of times when this is tight and this trigger point actually, radiates into the knee. A lot of times people have problems with their knee because of the vastus lateralis being so tight. It's pulling the knee laterally here. If these muscles, look at how it can pull. If this is tight, it's going to pull on that tendon. It's going to pull on that knee. So you want to make sure and treat also the trigger points here at the distal part of the vastus lateralis. Okay, so that's the two main trigger points here. Usually you have some here above by the rectus femoris, and I'm going to show you that, also here some techniques that I want to show you. So when you're going to treat the knee, you can do some friction all the way around the knee, back and forth. You can brace the knee and just do some techniques, circular motions all along the patella, around the patella, and on the other side. Okay, here you want to treat the tibial tuberosity because this is where the tendon inserts. So you want to make sure, I like to do, just even with the hypothenar part of my hand, I like to do that. You can even do some friction here, cross friction with the hypothenar part of your hand. Work the knee, warm it up. Here's the insertions of the pes anserina, so you want to treat this here while you're at it. 3 tendons attached right here, the gracilis, sartorius, and the semitendinosus. So again, you go back and I want to show you now some stretches that you can do and engage that muscle. So you're going to ask your client to come to the edge of the table and drop their leg down, drop their leg so that you're going to go up the quads while they extend and flex the leg. And this will get a good angle and a good view and a good workout for her. So it'll be an active technique. So bend the knee and extend it, and you use a soft fist, and extend while I move up. And if you want to, you can hold with your other hand. Okay, extend, and then flex. And extend, and flex. Extend, and flex. And what I'm doing is, I can't use oil because it'll mess all this up. So what I'm doing is I'm moving up 1-inch strips with a soft fist as she extends and flexes. So I can also use both soft fit. So go ahead and extend and flex. 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 Until you go all the way up. So all she's doing is flexing and extending, engaging her muscles, and not moving up, pinning and stretching actually, as I pin it and then, move an inch. So that's kind of like stripping, but just doing it with my knuckles and engaging the quads so you can release them. And you can also turn her sideways, or come from the side of the table. Let me see, can you put your leg back? And even go from the opposite side of the table. Let me move around. You can always go contralateral and just really move from this side, move across the fibers of the vastus lateralis, because now I'm sitting down and using my legs. It's like I'm going across all the fibers here of the quads. And you can even get some of the adductors here too, because she's got, her adductors connect to the vastus medialis right here. So you can also work the adductors from this side. Okay? Or just work the quads from this side too. But this is just a different, if you're tall, I'm not too tall, but if you're tall, you can, she's actually towards that side of the table, but if she was to move this way, I'd have better access here to work all this from this side, contralateral. Another technique that you can do to go strip the muscles is you're going to ask your client just to move their foot medially and laterally while you're stripping going up, If you want to use your thumbs, make sure your thumbs are like this. And if not, you can use your fingers while they're moving and you're putting pressure. While they're moving their foot medially and laterally. And the adductors are right here. Okay, thank you. So the adductors will be right here. And then the hamstrings will be back here. Okay, so you can see you have the 5 adductors, 4 quads, 3 hamstrings, so 5, 4, 3, okay? 5 adductors, 4 quads, and 3 hamstrings, and they make up, they move your thigh, they stabilize your hip, they help you walk. These are, muscles that you really use for walking, even just standing, so it's very important for you to work them out. And don't forget to work the origins too, okay? So anyway, that's the quads. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to do the hamstrings next. And we've done the adductors, so go check out that video too. The adductors we did before this one, so they all connect. So I hope this helps you. And until the next time, create a great day.